Up until the mid-1970s, no bus service penetrated the city of Valletta. On the 4th of November 1974, a new experimental service started using minibuses. These were painted white with a red band, and there was a flat fare of 1 cent. According to an article in the Times of Malta covering the launch, the service ran every 10 minutes between 6:45 in the morning and 6:30 in the evening on Mondays to Fridays. The service stopped at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturdays, and no service was provided on Sundays or on public holidays. The route apparently required 4 vehicles, and these were supplied by the General Transport Union. The route was as follows. From the bridge at Kingsgate, the bus passed the War Memorial and then climbed to Duke of York Avenue, as it was then called, to Castile Square. It then travelled almost the full length of Merchant Street. It then turned left into St Nicholas Street and continued over to Old Bakery Street. Travelling west along Old Bakery Street, it continued to St Mark Street, which it then went north along to reach Great Siege Road. It then followed that back to the Phoenicia Hotel, where it turned left and returned to the bridge at Kingsgate. The following month, on Wednesday the 4th of December, a second trial route was introduced, known as the Custom House route. The Times of Malta stated that this ran from 6 o'clock in the morning till 6:30 in the evening, though gave no indication as to if a weekend service was provided, nor did it state how frequent the route was. The fare was also 1 cent, and an additional 2 minibuses were required to run this route. The routing was as follows. Like the main route, it went past the War Memorial and up to Castile Square. It then went east along St Paul Street as far as St Nicholas Street, where it turned right. It then dropped down to East Street, now Levant Street, and headed west through Victoria Gate and down to the harbour side. Passing Custom House, it then climbed back up into Floriana, returning to the bus terminus at Kingsgate. Details of the vehicles used mostly come from a 1980 list of Malta buses produced by the PSV Circle in the UK. This lists 5 Morris J2 minibuses and a locally bodied bus built on a World War II Bedford MW chassis. Photographs of the minibuses are very rare, and so far only 2 are known to exist. More probably exist in photo albums waiting to be discovered. This first photograph shows Morris J2 number 38148 at the Kingsgate terminus, the lettering along the side saying Circular, Valletta and Marsamchet. The second image shows 3 of the minibuses on the bridge with the main bus terminus beyond. Zooming in, we see 2 locally bodied minibuses and the rear of the Morris J2 38148 seen in the last image. The locally built bus closest to the camera was 13941. The number of the bus at the front is currently not known. It is not known how long the Custom House service ran for. The main service had ceased to run by the end of the 1970s. A service using full-size buses was then introduced, but this only ran along the perimeter roads and did not go into the city itself. This was Route 98 and later its variant Route 198. From the 3rd of July 2011, minibuses returned to the heart of the city with Arriva Route 133, which passed to the new MPT operation in 2014. This serves a number of areas served in the 1970s, such as St Paul Street, Old Bakery Street, Levant Street and the Custom House area, as well as some streets not previously served. When Arriva started the route, they used a Volkswagen minibus with Bluebird bodywork, as seen here at a launch event for the bus in Merchant Street a couple of days before the service started. In January 2018, MPT purchased a new Mercedes-Benz Sprinter minibus for use on the route. The Malta Bus Archive would love to hear from anyone who used to own or drive a minibus on the route. We would also love to hear from anyone with photographs of the buses or additional information about the service. You can contact the Malta Bus Archive team via our email address maltabusarchive@gmail.com or search for us on Facebook.